Hello and welcome back to the tremendous Tullys. So, we need to figure out some way to get either some more strength for ourselves or to start undermining our liege a little bit here, because he's starting to get a little bit strong. I mean, he's very, very strong. He has 18,000 troops. He's actually weaker than he was at the start of last episode because he had 28,000 then, but still, he's very strong. So how do we start undermining him? Well, his dragons are a big part of it. If we could get rid of the dragons, we could get rid of him. In a way. We would still have to get people to plot with us, but we could potentially get rid of him. So he's already lost one dragon, because the Valerians, although they are not, although they are on his side, and Aegon controls this guy, I assume he's the commander. Yeah, he's a commander. His dragon doesn't really count, because we can influence him. We can make him rise up against Aegon. But the other dragon, there's still two dragons on the other side. Actually though, now that I think about it, if we were to get him on our side, he raises up his men, where's the first place he goes? Dragonstone. Maybe we can get a dragon on our side. Okay, what kind of plots we got? We have an independence one. I don't really want that. A depose or an overthrow would be interesting. Overthrow and abdicate in favor of me. Interesting. If we were to do that, and somehow get Lord Daemon of Driftmark involved, he only has 300 men, but 300 men with a dragon is an interesting proposition. I like it. Now, obviously, we don't have a favor with him right now. We can't buy a favor because I have no money. So I think all I'm going to do is start swaying this guy. Start seeing whether we can get a dragon friend. And then we'll see where we can go from there. That seems like the best idea. Actually, talking about that, dragons... Okay, the sway is gone there. I was just wondering there, can you actually get a dragon friend? The answer is no. Which makes a lot of sense. Oh, it might be because they're counted as incapable. Maybe that's how they did it. Yeah, maybe that's why they put them as incapable or non-human, as this puts it. But maybe that that actually disables some of these things just naturally in the game. That would be interesting. Anyway, we still have a righteous imprisonment on Sir Samwell for trying to replace Lord Stevron Deddings. He has no money. He's not doing anything particularly malicious, so I'm not going to imprison him. What kind of plots have we got going on here? So we know about that one. We also know about someone trying to replace someone else's spy master. Again, not a big deal. Okay, so how am I going to earn more money? We could take out a loan and then build, and maybe that would be a way of earning some more money. I mean, we already have the huge Riverman Fortress, which gives us a huge base of tax income, which is actually the only reason where we make any money whatsoever. But what's great about that base of tax income is that these can all be multiplied. So the fact that we have incredible base tax on this, we have 10 base tax, that means if we got something that multiplied that, then we're laughing. So do we have anything that can multiply it? That's the next question. Do any of these buildings do that? No. Okay, well, that puts a downer on that. Oh, wait a second, we have some more down here. Answer still no. So that's not going to be too useful. I suppose what we could do is if we boosted up stewardship skill, that actually increases the amount of money we make significantly, like a huge amount, because of our base tax. So if I was to boost up our stewardship, we could do something there. Or I think it's based off state stewardship. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. Which would mean it would be coming off for our treasurer, who's only a 6. Is he better at something else? He's much better at diplomacy. Okay. Well, our diplomat guy there is slightly better at stewardship, but it's actually much better at spy mastery. Our spy master is slightly better at stewardship than the person who we currently have as a steward. So, we got a little bit of swapping going. How about our Castellan, actually? Let's just have a quick look at him as well. He's useless in this whole scenario. Okay. Septon? Again, useless. Yeah. Because what I was thinking is I could swap the Catelyn out for this septum, because they're both septums, if we have a look here. And then that would allow us another way in. Like, we swap those two. That then allows us to swap, like, those two or something like that, and then I can swap them around a little bit. That still doesn't help us too much. That would give us a slightly better Catelyn, though, wouldn't it? It would give us a slightly better Catelyn over this guy. But it would give us a much worse septum. Do I care? Not really. I think I am going to swap. Can I do that? I thought I could swap council positions. Maybe not. You can do that. I have done that in this mod, so I wonder what the conditions are for that. Intriguing. So I guess you just have to fire them here? Maybe it's some kind of law allows you... Oh, reassign councillor? To a vacant job. You can't swap anymore, you have to reassign. Huh. I wonder whether that's potentially whether that's a law that controls that, or whether it's something else. Well, not a law that we can change, but maybe. If I abolish council power, maybe that allows you to do it. Potentially. Apparently everyone's for abolishing council power. Okay. That seems fairly good, but I'm not entirely worried about it, because everyone votes with us anyway. We could also change our succession law. If I changed it to agnatic, that actually means my son, well, my son would be the only heir. I can't change it to cognatic. Okay. Gavelkind's rubbish, just in general, don't go for it. It basically splits up your realm in the most efficient way possible. Seniority, that is generally good for holding power, but not very good for getting a great character. Ultimagenitor wouldn't change things, we'd have the exact same heir. And then elect a monarchy, yeah, we don't want to do that. That sounds bad. We could change one of our obligations. If I want to get a little bit more money from my vassals, maybe that could help. Like, maybe a little bit more city tax, actually, looking at that. Yeah, okay, let's try some more city tax. See what we can get out of it. So I want a little bit more tax. How do people feel? Everyone loves it because nobody owns a city. Perfect. Right, so we'll switch that one up there. And I think we're going to unpause and let things roll on a little bit. There's not a lot that we can do right this second, but maybe we'll get a claim, maybe something else will pop up. We could also just replace our treasurer. We could just replace him with someone different after the law change. King Aegon has declared King Aegon's conquest of the Reach on King Mern the Candid. Now, Mern has a lot of strength behind him. I wonder if there's potential there. Let's have a look. Nobody else is joining Mern, unfortunately. Yeah, he has an alliance with the Lannisters, and an alliance with us. There's potential that he could drag us into this. Somehow. Let's see. So the Lannisters and the Stormlands have joined him. Okay. So we're talking 5,000 there. That's whoa, 5,000. That is horrible. Okay. Stormlands only have 9. So it's pretty much just the Reach with their 22,000. Now we could break free, and we could fight Aegon. That might not be the worst idea I've ever had. Now, can I choose to join this war? I could choose to join it. I can also just offer to join war. Well, no, I can't. I guess I have to decide upon civil war. It's a very bold move to do this. I may wait a month before we think about it. It would cost us all of our remaining resources. We have changed taxes though slightly, so we're going to make a little bit more, although we are literally making less the moment that went through. I've made the noble in Seaguard, so that would be my brother-in-law, like Aegon, a little bit better. Okay, well, okay, it's fine. My wife is pregnant. Fantastic. Ashmark, you've declared neutral. Okay. Oh, but he's also in another war. He's in King Lauren's retaliation against Lord Paramount Harren the Black. Okay, and he's attacking. Oh, that's a retaliation for raiding. I see. Well, he has his men there, but that's not great. The Stormlands are over here. And Aegon has all of his men right there. Wonder what army he's leading himself. He's in hiding, so actually his dragons aren't available right now because he's in hiding. Visenya is currently organizing the army in Dragonstone. It means the only dragon they have available is the Valyrian dragon, which is currently in Marlet Bay. Is there something we can do with that info? There's not an awful lot. It does mean the Lannisters are about to lose all their men. What I was wondering is if we can somehow get him into a faction and break it, we could perhaps do something with this. I could try and convince King Aegon that Daemon Valerian is a traitor. Let's see what the plot has. I know it says nobody will join, but maybe it's wrong. For a little bit of money, lots of people will join. Now, what do I need to do this? That's just a random chance thing, huh? Okay. We could get him with a bag of gold. We have 15 gold. This might be my best way to support the war. I'm going to invite Montfort in. Let's see how this goes. So we go to 83. We might need a little bit more. If I wait till we have 15 gold, we might be able to get someone else in. Like maybe one of these 20s will accept 15 gold. There we go. He will. We'll invite him to the plot. I'll have also invite plotters on as well after this. Lord Illifer Mallister's position on Regency Council is under question. He's doing a fine job. Right. He has joined our scheme. We'll auto-invite plotters right now. The Regency Council has convened and has taken a vote on the matter of Lord Illifer Mallister's continued membership on King Aegon's council. We voted to keep him. Good. That's what I wanted to do. We have a reasonable amount of plot power to potentially get this plot to fire. It's unlikely to fire anytime soon, but, you know, it's a way to break the dragons off. Also, if the dragons are over here, then there's no dragons on Dragonstone, which is fantastic news. That's the army of Lord Daemon over there. Yes, okay, so this is where he is right now. So he is in the Reach. And he is destroying it fairly quickly. According to my liege's order, I've done my best to fabricate a claim on the title of a landed noble in Wayfarer's Rest. Wait a second, what do you mean? That's the claim I've been trying to get. Okay, so wait, does Aegon have a claim on that now? That's a lot of Reachman armies there. Does he actually have a claim on that now, or is that just a weird message? I think that's just a weird message. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. Perhaps it's time I asked Lord Daemon to spend some time with me. It's probably the fastest way for me to gain his trust. I will ask him. I've been invited to a plot by the Dowager Queen Valena of Westeros. Okay. So the mother of Aegon. Interesting. You would like to kill Lord Daemon of Driftmark. I will join your plot. Okay. It's just me and her in it. It's an interesting one. Daemon was happy to oblige me. Now that I have some time to spend with him, I'm confident I can convince him of how alike we are and that he stands only to gain from our friendship. We can talk in private. I think these days have really helped me getting Daemon to know and appreciate me better. We've spent most of our time visiting my domain, discussing of the most disparate topics. Since it's truly an honor, I can say I hope I haven't taken away from any important work for being diligent, or I can try and provoke him. Try to influence him into adopting one of my personality traits. I don't think we need that. Let's because we're diligent, let's say I hope I haven't taken him away from any important work, because we're both diligent, so he'll understand us. Good. Good. Right, we need a new captain of our household guard. That's going to be Garth. Seems like the best option. Oh, no. Well, there's Lord Daemon's army, and it's just defeated the Stormland's army there. I'm thinking of a good way to sway Lord Daemon into liking me a bit more. What could possibly titillate the senses of a man like him, I wonder? Ooh, I'm feeling inspired. Let's write a lewd letter. Why? Alright, I'm writing a lewd letter to him. Let's see what he comes up with. He did not appreciate my gift for whatever reason. I guess I will have to try thinking about some other way to tease him. How boring of him. Yeah, how boring. Obvious. Yeah, how absolutely boring. Right. I can get someone else in this plot, but I need to save up money for education, so while we have 100% plot power or above, I'm not doing any else there. Well, we can get Alan Piper, we can get a favor with him, add to our growing list of favors. That would give us the Pipers and the Malisters on our side, so we could potentially do a revolt. Let's accept, yeah. Let's see what we can do here. Now, what quality of education would you like to purchase for your daughter, Catelyn Tully? Well, she is our third daughter. Right, our third in line daughter. Yeah. Well, yeah, per education. She's fourth in line, and we don't have a lot of money. I do need to marry off Celia, but we'll hold off on that. Well, let's see who we have available. We have the Dothraki. We have John, Lord of Rosby. Okay, he's a riverman. Where is he? Oh, that's not really what I was after. I was more after where Rosby was. High Lordship of Rosby? That's reasonable. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable marriage for her. He was previously married, but it seems like a good one for us. We'll arrange a marriage between him and Celia. Yes. And we actually get 1 prestige for it. Fantastic. Right. Dennis has been a leal and able servant, having successfully completed many tasks in aid of Riverrun. Be seen as the right and honourable course to reward him with certain incomes and grants so as to foster greater loyalty. So I can give him a noble title, or I can make him a knight. Or I can owe him nothing or give him money. I don't know. What are we going to do here? You know what? He's a reasonably good commander. I'm going to give him a knighthood. It's a cheap way of securing, his loyalty. Yeah, we'll see what he does with that. Right. Celia and John have got married. I would like to form an alliance. Fantastic. An agreement has been reached with Lord John to see Lord John Rosby and Celia Tully wed. Now the dowry is due to the groom's house. I did forget that bit. Well, we'll give a token gift. Well, there's not much else I can do. I don't have any more money. My coffers are empty, but the septs are rich. Maybe I should seize some sept properties to repay my debts. I could do that. You could say times are harsh, force the septs to share the costs. Compromise with them to find money. Or the gods frown upon such impiety. I'll compromise. We don't need that much money. We'll compromise. And it's a reasonable amount, we're now at a reasonable amount of money. We're solid now. Okay. Following the teachings of divinely inspired thinkers, a diligent human should strive for peaceful resolutions. I have members of my court who do not see eye to eye, and my duty as their liege is to arbitrate the disputes. Aha. I have made Prentice and Jenna like each other more. Well, that's good. A child lacks an education. Well, this is our son Edmund. What's his focus? He seems to have some aptitude for stewardship. Maybe that's the way we want him to go. He may need to have struggle with some of this willfulness and ambition. Duty is also fairly good. Let's go for thrift. Let's try and push up his stewardship, try and push up his diplomacy, try and push up his intrigue. That's what we're after. Let's go for that. Right. Anyone else I can righteously imprison? Nope, still Sir Samwell. How's the war going? It's looking alright, but I think the Reach are going to lose. Even if we manage to kill Daemon, I think the Reach are likely to lose. Although they are sieging Dragonstone, so who knows how they're going to end up here. Ah, the boats have appeared. So they may get these people over this way. My acquaintance Lord Jared Frey has tried to have Lord Walder Haig of the Freylands arrested, but failed to apprehend him. Lord Walder has now raised his banners in rebellion. So there's some problems up in the crossing now. Yeah, we'll leave that split up there. I was just wondering, I was trying to figure out whether I'd left it in split up mode or in this mode. But split up mode is, yeah. So it looks slightly nice. It gives us a better idea of what power we have. Oh, Lord Prentice just died. That leaves us a new Justiciar. Okay. Well, I could put in Patrick. Patrick is a slightly better treasurer though, and Stavron is a much better Justiciar. So I'm going to reassign him to be our Justiciar. Yes. And then I'm going to appoint Patrick into this position. Even though Patrick's not going to like us very much, he is slightly better at doing this job, so we'll be able to collect us more taxes, and then Stavron will be much better at getting us claims, which hopefully will be useful. Right. Let's carry on. Does he... Oh, I want to check. Does he hate us for firing him? No. Good. So they fixed that. That's fantastic. It used to be when you... when there was the old Change Councillors one, it used to... they always hated that you fired them. But that might be why you can only reassign them now. I don't know. Or maybe it's a law. I have absolutely no idea. But I am going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.